Greetings, this is Zephyrus the Dragon. Welcome to One Finger Death Punch. Gonna be playing a little bit of survival mode, and we'll get that started right now. For those from you not familiar with One Finger Death Punch, it's basically attacking a bunch of enemies on the screen that come at you, using the left and right mouse buttons to attack. If an enemy gets too close, you beat them in the head. Here we go. Those of you are familiar with One Finger Death Punch, it's a great game. Love it. And here we go. So survival mode, standard survival, and those of you familiar with the different options, we've got Deflect Gray, Deflect Color to protect me from damage. We've got Iron Fist, that'll back off enemies if they get too close. And finally, we've got a heal skill. If I knock out enough enemies, I can heal myself, which will come in handy. Here we go. What kind of combo attack am I going to do? Flying Crane, here we go. Standard enemies. One hit. And the colored enemies take a little bit more damage. Guys with crowns, they're called brawlers. Require a little bit more action. Here we go. Wah! Oh, there we go. Now, some enemies give you weapons that'll help extend your range, so you can hit enemies a little bit closer. Oh, I missed. That wasn't good. And here we go. Wah-ha! Alright, that's a ball of death. Bam! I'll take out any enemy that I hit within the range. Oh, I knocked it out too far. You also notice that colored enemies, you have to hit them multiple times to take them out. The color indicates which side they're going to go to, so if they're blue, they'll be on the one side, if they're red, they'll go to the other. Ha-ha! Let's see, notice how that was blue-red, so we switched sides. Bam! Taking them all out. Easy peasy. Woohoo! What to do? Wow! There's nothing more invigorating this game at certain times because it's a great way to relieve tension and just kick the snot out of anything that comes too close. Plus, it's good for reflexes. Whoops, that was a bad idea. Just wasted that arrow. Ah! So that's why I got Deflect Color. So if I get hit by a colored enemy when it's activated, I don't take any damage. As you can see, my life bar at the bottom, I can only take 10 hits. So if I take 10 hits, I'm out, and that's the end of this. So here we go. Some enemies give you bows and bombs that takes out enemies immediately, no matter how much health they have. Oops, that was a bad idea. Oh, and now I'm in a light sword round, so this is a bonus round. If I take any damage here, it doesn't count against me. This is also a great way to build up your life if you've taken damage, because every time you take out 25 enemies, a life guy will appear. If not, well, it just gets ridiculously fast. Yeah, it's really not easy to take that out when you bonus round when you don't have any reason for it. Whoops, I'm not paying attention. And there we go. Ah, bonus hits. Oh, that's a fish. I'm gonna attack people with a fish. One, two, three, four, and down they go. And bam! And there goes another one. And yeah, like I said, those bombs can take out a brawler in one hit. Oh! Vicious. And once an enemy is in your line, they'll automatically stay in that line. So if they walk away, you can hit them again later. That's very important later on. Ah! So yeah, the Deflect Gray protected me because I missed. Otherwise I would have taken some serious damage. I just love that animation when you do like kill strikes like that. Oh, and that just was plain bad. So yeah, Iron Fist, if they get... What it does is it gives me a second of moment because it backs the enemy up. Now, the reason they say it's called one finger death punch is you could theoretically play it on a computer with just one finger. I prefer the mouse, but you could, in theory, do that if you really wanted to. Oh, and now in a nunchuck bonus round. So I've actually taken damage, so we're going to see some life restoring enemies come up probably this time around. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, if you make enough combos, that thing will happen where the enemies will stop and you can take them out at your leisure. So now that I'm full health, the enemies are just going to start coming in really fast. Again, this is just a bonus round, so any damage I sustain here doesn't count against me. Still sucks. Now in the main game, it's only till a certain number of enemies are defeated. There are different modes besides just this random take everything out mode, such as modes to deflect daggers that are coming after you, that'll protect you and things like that. Woohoo! I love the Iron Ball of Death. I shouldn't have shot it that way, that was a complete waste. Oh yeah, if enemies throw white weapons at you, and you have a weapon, you'll just throw it back at them, which is really awesome. Oh, there goes another one. So you gotta keep an eye on what color the enemy is, where they're going to, so the more health that they have. Like I said, the weapons give you an extended range on your bar. Oh, this guy's a real brawler. There we go. And if you pick up a weapon and you already have one, you'll just chuck it immediately, which is great for taking out waves of enemies. Yeah, once you get to a rhythm, it's really cool, because the game just starts flowing really well. I love getting into a rhythm in this game, it's just so sweet. It's satisfying when you get the right rhythm. Oops. So everyone doing good, watching the stream, watching me kick the snot out of a whole bunch of enemies. Like I said, there's nothing more satisfying. Ow! And that took care of that. Multiple hits. Sometimes when you miss, it's okay that they don't hit you. Whoa! Bam, 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 bam. Whew, that was close. Oh, finisher! Like I said, nothing more satisfying. Woo! Haha, there we go. That's how you take him out. Ow. Staff. Sometimes you knock your own rhythm off too. Especially when you get a bow or a bomb or something, it just knocks your own rhythm. Alright, there we go. Back to Nunchaku round. So maybe I'll get some life back here and keep this going. My record's about 2,000 something. I don't remember exactly. One of these days I'm gonna try blind survival. Blind survival is the same as survival, except there's no bar at the bottom to indicate if the enemy's close enough, and there's also none of the enemies have their bars to indicate where they're going to attack from. The only enemies that have bars are the brawler enemies. So it makes it really a challenge. So you have to know what each color means and what pattern they're going to come at you at. But apparently unlocking that one unlocks a mode where a cat will run in front of your screen. And apparently it's super hard. You have to literally use the mouse to shoo the cat away from your screen so you can actually see what you're doing. Which can really break your concentration. Whew. There we go. Yeah, so the enemies are getting really vicious now. They're starting to come out more in concentrated waves, and they're also bringing more colored enemies, which means I gotta really keep an eye on where they're gonna go. Again, that's why I'm glad I have deflect. Those numbers at the bottom of the screen, the bottom left, indicate when I get that power-up activated. So the number indicates how long it takes before that, how many kills I'm going to have to get that power-up regenerated. I love those impaled finishers, it's just funny. Oh, there's a rib breaker. And you're dead. Wah! Take them out. And throw that sword back at him. You can also break stuff. There's actually one of the modes is designed to not see how many enemies you defeat, but how many objects in the background you can break throwing enemies at them. So it's a totally different style of mode. Also, if you're at full health and your heal activates, it doesn't heal you until you take your first point of damage, which is really useful in certain circumstances. Oh, so a light sword round. I have full health, so they're going to come at me really quickly. See how many of these I can take out. Ow. Yeah, it's really hard to get a rhythm when there's so many enemies coming at you like that. Nope. Wrong button. And that knocked me out of that. But I get my arrow, so that's nice. Ah! Oh, down he goes. Ah. Oops. I didn't wait for that weapon to land. So if you attack where the weapon is, you'll automatically pick up the weapon, so that's really useful. There we go. There we go, another Iron Ball of Death. By far one of the coolest weapons in the game is the Iron Ball. If you can keep it bouncing long enough, it gets harder and harder to attack it, but it's so gratifying in the end to watch enemies go down with it. Oh yeah, there we go. Ah! There we go. I'll pick up that sword too, that'll help. We are 18 minutes into the stream and I'm still going, so that's good news. Means I didn't completely suck out. I'm so glad for that. So I'm really getting this a go here. Okay, now see, the enemies are really coming at me, so that's never good. That helped. Ah! See, now I'm in trouble. I really need to keep an eye on my damage. Alright, so here we go. Nunchaku round, get some life back. Sorry, I'm really focusing, so haven't said much in a little bit. There we go. So yeah, every 25 you take down, ouch, you get one of those guys will spawn eventually, usually within the 2 enemies or so. That'll help out a lot. The enemies really come in furious the closer you get to 100, and then they really start picking up, no matter how much life you're at. So it does eventually become harder to get the life back, even in these bonus rounds. Now that life guy will still spawn slow. Luckily I can still grab him. Ow. Oh, when you engage a brawler, everyone backs off too, so that, oh, that was bad. So a brawler will damage you if you miss or if the bar gets to the bottom, which, as you saw, just happened. Dang it. My timing is just horrible now. For some reason, that's what happens over time. It becomes harder. You lose focus and start going down. Take a second to get your focus back. Ah. Oh. Luckily, I have those deflects. Things get really bad. I am just jumping the gun. Can't attack until they're in the zone. If not, it just counts as a fail. I'm just attacking 1 second too early. I'm up to almost 15,000 now. 1,500, 15,000. I wish. That would be awesome if I ever got to 15,000. There we go, 1,500. Ah, alright. So I'm down to my last life. They're feeling sorry for me, so they give me the golden sword of awesomeness. But I also take one more hit and I'm toast, so I have to be really careful. And that's the stream. That's it. Alright, so I get to put my name up. Yay! So obviously, I am Zephus, the dragon. So there's my name up. So I've scored, in my total playtime of this entire game, I've scored over 3 million points. it adds it up over time. The more you play, the more points that you get, so it's great. So we're in 22 minutes in, and I have completely gotten myself defeated in One Finger Death Punch. Hope you enjoyed watching that, and look forward to more streams in the future where I'll be playing various games on my Steam engine. Don't know what exactly I'll be playing, some random stuff. I'm thinking Saints Row will probably be one of my key games, though. It's a favorite game of mine, and I've wanted to play it in this kind of format for a while. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Zeph the Dragon, signing out.